So I would like to introduce you to Minho Kudo. Gamer Squadron first. Believe it's well, it's Spanish Squadron. I don't know. We know a person in the squadron. There's their squadron. I don't know anything about it. It goes from there. Relatively newish player, 1,000-ish battles. Yeah, no sim, no arcade. They're obviously very good at playing the game. They're such a pro that they have to buy all these premiums and, you know, do extremely well and get away with blatant cheating. Also, this is, as of recording, 8 hours after the patch dropped. If that doesn't tell you anything about how bad game security is, that's great. Actually, I'll do you one better. I talked to a person that I regularly talk to who is a person who openly admits to cheating within this game. He has multiple accounts, yada yada yada. I'm not gonna. I don't have any of his account names. He's not gonna tell me, obviously. But it's a person I've talked to who's shown me legitimate reasons that he is a cheater. Here's the crazy thing. He told me on his first login today, which I believe the update was at 8 GMT. So he told me that he logged in 2 hours after the patch update and everything for him was working. Based on just that, I would assume the cheats didn't even have to majorly change to even, you know, work properly. I assume they were just automatically working by the time he logged in, or they just didn't change at all. Would be my ultimate theory. Now, that to me is just blatant disregard for the fact that this anti-cheat doesn't work. I also discovered that according to sources I've seen, Gaijin's actually running 2 anti-cheats. They are running EAC, which we all know is poopy garbage, and they're running something new called Viking. Viking is supposed to take a screenshot of your screen to see if you are cheating. It's supposed to take a screenshot of your actual capture, which means it would take a screenshot of like your screen, like if it was like my screen right here where it shows highlights, it would be supposed to showing it like that. The thing is, I've already found 2 forums where they're already bypassing it with software that's readily available and not considered cheating software to bypass it, which means it would show up as like a Windows software program, which wouldn't show up as blatant at all. So they're already bypassing it, which is even more hysterical when you think about it. So Viking is already mute. EAC, we know, has been mute for literally ages because we know it doesn't work at all. And we still get, I would say, I'm still saying cheating is on the low end in this game. I get probably, I would say, 10 to 20 names per video on average. But I would still say that of those names that I get, so if it's, say, 10 names, I would say at least 4 of them are just people getting outplayed or people not cheating. Or more. It's 44 to 6 to 7. I mean, I would say it's probably a 50 to 60% of the person isn't cheating. Which is why I asked for, when you send me a replay and an ID or a name, give me a description of what you saw. Because generally, when I get an idea of what the person is seeing, then I can correct them and say, hey, he heard you through the wall, hey, he knows what's going on, hey, it's, you know, whatever. Or if I give you a heart on your comment or if I favorite your comment, then that implies, at least the way I do it, that implies that I recorded your video and I'm going from there on it. I do occasionally miss, replays. As usual, replays want to break. I've said it as usual, if you want to report a player to me, that's the easiest way to do it. That's the way I run it to it. If I forget your comment or I miss it or if it gets deleted, deleting is honestly not my fault at this point. The only time I will delete a comment currently is if you're harassing people, being ugly in chat, stuff like that. If it gets censored by the YouTube filter, and it's a player ID replay, I will immediately accept it, unless, of course, it's ugly commentary again. Or I'll just save the name and delete the comment. But I really do not touch comments nowadays unless they're ugly. So if you're going to be a dick in chat, then that's the reason why you know it's being a bad thing. Also, this is probably the worst patch I've seen in a long time. I know Gaijin loves to like fully feel that these patches are great and all, but this patch is horrible. I don't know who does sound design in this game, but I believe, I'm gonna guess that whoever's the sound design in this game right now is partially deaf. They keep making explosions super loud. The gun designs are nowhere near good anymore. The Gatling sounds horrible. The engines are sounding completely terrible again. I don't know why we keep having sound changes every game for ground and air, when in reality, I'm about to move over to Epic Thunder because they have a free version now, and I tested it like before the patch, and it was great. I liked it how it sounded. It was so much more, you know, realistic and sounded more neat. And actually, a couple games I played, the sound engine wasn't garbage. Now, I know that's kind of a hit or miss thing because of the way the sound in this game is, but the sound engine has gotten horrible in the last 2 years, and they keep piling on to the engine, and I don't think they realize this engine really cannot handle what's going on anymore. So I would implore you, Gaijin, if you ever listen or know what's going on with the game right now, I would implore you to stop changing sounds or stacking on more crap with sounds and just fix what you have already. But we all know you're not going to do that because you keep piling crap on top of crap on top of crap, and these updates keep getting more and more fluff. I love reading all the comments on Reddit about people whining about this update with AMRAMs and how they hated it, when in reality I know a ton of top-tier players asked for AMRAMs. Now they got AMRAMs and they hate it. Whoa, shocker about that. Gaijin is just appealing to all of the, you know, comment section right now of people that want whatever, and yet they're not realizing that this game has so many issues, but they're just going to keep piling on, you know, what's making them the most money, which, can you really blame them? They're going to make the most money off of top tier, and that's probably what they're doing. I'm going to bet every patch they add with these F15, F16s or whatever, people are just dumping GE into the market constantly. And I don't know what the heck that was. So, I'm going to leave that here. As always, I hope you all have the rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.